Hey, JR, you know the advice to live in the moment?
Yeah, you can forget about that, Vanessa, because today we're taking you back to 79 AD.
Why? What happened then?
Well, you're about to find out.
Today on
Vida.
Vida.
Hi, I'm JR Cardenas.
And I am Vanessa Ramirez. Welcome to Vida. We're kicking off the show with a big bang.
Oh yeah, kind of fireworks, but the ones you don't want to be involved with.
Yep, that's right, because we're taking you to the Arizona Science Center's Pompeii exhibition.
Oh yeah, it's great to see all this antiquity. But you want to know more? Check this out.
Right now.
So Pompeii, the exhibition here at Arizona Science Center, is extremely spectacular, and we're thrilled to bring it to the community. We have more than 200 authentic artifacts straight from the National Archaeological Museum in Naples. These pieces were taken right from Pompeii, which is a city that was buried by Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD and sealed like a time capsule because it was buried. And it wasn't rediscovered for almost 2,000 years. So these pieces are giving us a glimpse into history. Pompeians, as Romans, were extremely advanced. They were fabulous artists, they were scholars. When you're looking at the pieces that we have on site, you can see the art coming through, the beautiful carving in the bronze statues that's amazingly lifelike, the carving in the marble. And then when you get to pieces like the cooking equipment, even that looks exactly like the cooking equipment today. And as you move through the exhibition, you'll see everything from housewares, tools, jewelry, and of course, the pieces that everybody loves, the gladiator equipment. So gladiators were treated like rock stars of that time, and although they were technically slaves, but they were treated really well and honored because they were entertainers. And medical equipment is another piece that we have here. Several artifacts, scalpels, and cups for cupping. We've seen like Michael Phelps and other swimmers who have used cupping. They were doing that 2,000 years ago as well. And Romans were known for their advancements in battlefield surgery, so seeing those pieces of equipment are particularly spectacular. So the two big statues that we have are absolutely breathtaking. The first one that you come across is an honorary statue of an orator, an unnamed orator. This is a statue that would have been in this person's home, just honoring them as the homeowner. And then the second statue is a wonderful statue of Caligula, who was an emperor. But Caligula was not a loved emperor. He was a little bloodthirsty and was not loved by the end of his reign, so a lot of the statues were taken down. So to find a statue of Caligula at all was rare. And when you look at this piece, you can see the initial care that was taken when sculpting it. We mentioned that Mount Vesuvius covered Pompeii in its entirety, sealing it like a time capsule. And unfortunately, there were about 2,000 people who didn't make it out of the city. So those people who died were covered by the ash, and as archaeologists were uncovering the city, found these voids in the ash and then filled them with plaster to create the last moments and the shapes, poses, and facial expressions of the people that died. So it's extremely emotional, and again, gives us a chance to reflect on what a natural disaster could do to a city, both then and today.
So now we're sitting in the middle of the exhibition here. Phoenix is so lucky to have something like this. I want to ask you a couple of questions about this. How big is this exhibition?
So this exhibition is about 10,000 square feet, and we've got more than 200 authentic artifacts inside this exhibition. It's pretty big.
How many trucks did it take to get this here?
It took more than 8 full-size semi-trailers with air ride equipped abilities to haul the massive crates that these come in. We had dozens of crew on site, both staff from the Science Center, labor that needed to set up the walls, and then we had curators and experts on site to handle all of these artifacts, so direct from the National Archaeological Museum in Naples. Pompeii was covered by Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, and it froze the entire city like a time capsule when it buried it in ash. So it gives us a chance to look back at Pompeii, look at how a civilization lived 2,000 years ago, and really gives us a peek in what it looks like then and today.
Wow. Do you have a favorite piece?
You are so lucky. We're standing right in front of my favorite piece. This statue of Caligula right here is my absolute favorite. It's 2,900 pounds of marble, looks realistic, everything from the hair to the folds in the clothes. It's amazing. These statues are both pretty incredible. This one right here behind you, this one is an orator. We're not quite sure who he was. We didn't know if it was a funerary statue or an honorary statue, and I got a chance to talk to an expert. Turns out they think it was an honorary statue, would have been in somebody's house. Don't know who he is, but it's also exquisite as far as the detailing in the face. Roman art had a tendency to be lifelike, which is really incredible. And then when you compare it to Caligula, it's a little bit smaller. Caligula is really grand. He was an emperor, but by the end of his rule, he was hated. So it's rare to find statues of this size, even more rare to find statues of Caligula at all. So it's really a special piece.
It is. He looks just like me if I was to wear that kind of stuff. All right, so tell me, how popular is this exhibition?
This exhibition has been extremely popular. We've had tens of thousands of people already come through it, and there's still time now through May 28th to get a chance to come in and see it.
Yeah, so you do have a chance to come out to Phoenix, enjoy the weather, but at the same time, enjoy an amazing exhibition here at the Science Center. I'll be right back with more Vida right after this. You're watching Vida, Your Life, brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa.
Hey, welcome back to Vida. And you know, JR, one of the things that amazes me about the Pompeii exhibition at the Arizona Science Center is that so many of the artifacts look like things you might find in our homes today. Like this jewelry, JR. It's beautiful. I totally wear that.
Yeah, you would. You wear anything. The craftsmanship is unbelievable, Vanessa. Our lives today have been greatly influenced by the Greek and Roman civilizations. For example, Vanessa, back in the day, the gladiators needed to work out, so they go to the gymnasium.
Okay.
Today, in modern day, we go to the gymnasium to work out, like gladiators.
Oh.
Are you not entertained? At least I do.
Hey, I have to too. I go eat a donut all the time.
Yeah, you do. You eat more than donuts, trust me. We all know.
But it also has brought us some modern technology like the CYCLEBAR.
Yeah.
Yes, riding your bike. That's how you prepare for your races, right?
That's exactly what I do.
Let's take a look.
The way I like to describe CYCLEBAR is it can be a dance party on a bike.
There's just this energy in the room that you can't deny. Lights, music, bike.
And you get in your head and you go.
Exercise is hard. It's intimidating. It's something that sometimes scares people away from exercising because they think they don't fit in or they don't know how to do it or they're not comfortable with it. Here, we're about having fun.
Music is such an important part of what we do here at CYCLEBAR. I, as an instructor, and I know the other instructors here at CYCLEBAR, spend a lot of time putting together our playlist, looking for music that motivates people.
When you come in and you get on a bike and you're spinning to the beat of the music, you almost become part of the music and you just have fun and you get taken away in it. 45 minutes later, you've got a great workout and you had a blast.
A lot of people will say, oh, I can't run outside because of my knees, or I get bored walking on the treadmill. This is not boring.
I'm recovering from a knee and hip injury, and everything out there that I've enjoyed doing, it hurts. It's not fun. I have to modify everything. And here, I've had no swelling, no injuries. I wake up feeling great. I go to bed feeling great. It's not that hard impact, and still can feel fit at the end of the day.
You're going to get high-intensity interval training. You're going to hit that heart rate up. You're going to be working your muscles. You're going to get a total body workout with the bar. And so being able to reach those resolutions is a major part of what we do all year round here at CYCLEBAR.
I can tell you when I ride a 45-minute class with my weight, shape, size, I burn about 600 to 700 calories in 45 minutes. And I used to run, and I don't think I burned that many calories in an hour. So for 45 minutes and having a blast and burning some calories, it's a good way to potentially lose weight.
After the first 7 days, I had lost 3 pounds. I had lost, I think it was about 4 inches total from all over. I'm kind of a data person. I like the data, so I measure and I weigh and check my cycle stats, and each time I got a little bit better.
On our bikes, you have the ability to see your RPM, how many calories you've burned, how much power you generated. It tells you the time, the distance that you've ridden, and at the end of every class, you get an email saying what your stats were.
The gym is the most intimidating place for me when I'm fit or when I'm not. It's not a comfortable place, but here it really is. It's safe for girls my size, little girls, muscular girls, men, women, children. I mean, it's a good family deal.
If you're ready and you're tall enough and you can touch those pedals on the bike, you can come on in, everybody can have fun. I mean, what's better than that? Passing health and fitness down to your children is such a great thing to be able to do, and we are so happy to be a part of that.
Now that's a cool workout.
That's right, and it's a new year. It's also time for a new you, so if spinning isn't your thing, maybe it's time to report to boot camp.
Ain't that what you do?
Yeah, remember I was at the park one time and then you yelled out the door?
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was with Norma in Pretty Wicked Boot Camp. Check them out.
I thought you just needed a ride.
Hong Kong.
Pretty Wicked Boot Camp, it's an all-woman boot camp that caters to women. We have circuit training. We focus in motivation, encouraging women to take care of their health, bodies, and for them to gain their confidence that for some reason down the road, as women, as mothers, wives, we forget that we have. Women are intimidated to go to the gym. They're not really comfortable training in front of men. I was there before. I had my children and I gained all the weight. I was at 215 at once, and exercise made me happy. I started eating small portions, walking, exercising. At one point, I couldn't even do jumping jacks. That's how I knew I was out of shape.
I heard about Pretty Wicked Boot Camp on Facebook. I'm like, oh, I want to go try it out. I had just had my daughter, so I was ready to lose weight, ready to get involved, and that's when I saw it on Facebook, and I showed up, started doing the boot camp, and I loved it. I just, it became part of me where I just wanted to work out. I felt good, especially after just having a baby.
Jump it up, bring it down. We want to make sure that chest comes all the way down. Okay, and then back up, jump it down, bring it here.
My cousin called me and said, hey, she says, I see you're so hyper, you have so much energy, you have so much positive, the way you deliver it. So sure enough, I started with 3 ladies at a park. The name Pretty Wicked Boot Camp came about because women, we want to look pretty, but we're kind of wicked in a way. We kind of have that other wicked side, feisty. Who makes Pretty Wicked happen? It's a group of women that started with Pretty Wicked. Their commitment, their positive energy. Without the staff, Pretty Wicked will not be able to function. The staff is the one that makes it happen.
Push through that last little bit, we're almost there.
I lost a lot of weight. I lost 73 pounds. I lost a lot of inches, but I've also gained a whole lot of muscle, but at the same time, it's more confidence because I can come in here with my head high and for myself, not for anybody else, and just feel comfortable in my skin. And that's kind of the gift that you get when you come in here and you commit to working out. And the people here they lift you up every time. Everybody's positive. It's somewhere where you want to come every day.
We make it reasonable, which is $5 a day. No contract. They pay as they go. We now have men's boot camp. It's at 8 o'clock at night. They were motivated by their wives. I invite you to come to Pretty Wicked. It's a fun way to lose inches and gain confidence. It's a family-warming place to work out. It's $5 a day. Fun way to lose inches and gain confidence. Amazing trainers. We welcome you to join our Pretty Wicked Boot Camp family.
All right, JR, so even though it says Pretty Wicked Boot Camp, you can join it too. Guys, go along and work out.
Very nice. I'll start warming up now.
I'm beat just from watching those 2 stories. Is it possible to burn calories just from watching people work out?
Of course it is. No, it's not. But we can pretend we do. And we can have a volcano smoothie with that too.
Ooh, who knew lava tasted so good? We'll be back with more Vida right after this. And, while you're waiting, do some jumping jacks or something. Do some jumping jacks.
For more great videos highlighting all that's happening across Arizona, visit yourview.com.
Welcome back to Vida. Today we're at the Pompeii exhibition at the Arizona Science Center. If you remember your history, Pompeii was the ancient Italian city which was destroyed by a volcano in 79 AD.
When the city was unearthed, many years later, scientists discovered pockets of space that were left by the bodies of the people and animals which perished in the disaster.
By filling those spaces with plaster, they are able to create body casts which show the positions of those who were buried in ash and rubble.
It's the eeriest part of the exhibit, but even in death, these casts have taught researchers a lot about how the Pompeians lived. So the question is, what will civilizations learn from the homes that we leave behind?
Well, if they come across this guy's work, they are going to think we were pretty cool.
Your house is pretty cool.
Thanks. I like the front yard.
My name is Troy Strumpfer. I'm a creative soul. I'm a risk taker. And I'm a dreamer. Growing up here in Phoenix, I grew up in maybe not the nicest neighborhood, but an interesting one nonetheless. And many times riding my bike around through the hills, what I didn't realize, all of those homes that I had been riding around and observing as a child, I come back to those areas and they're suddenly desirable. And these homes are, you know, they're elevated and they're on mountainside and they're boxy and they've got cool angles and glass. And I suppose you don't realize at the time perhaps that's leaving an impression on you. But I do drive through those neighborhoods with fondness now and think, I'm still here at home. I'm 3 miles from where I grew up as a kid. And I'm learning how to go through and leave my mark in a similar way. I do consider the type of construction that I provide to be artistic. I believe that's the primary reason that A, I'm driven to this industry, and B, that somebody would want to hire me. A lot of guys can follow a set of plans. I try to bring my approach and my creativity and read between the lines. I believe everyone in the process needs to be inspired. I find inspiration in challenging myself to create something where we can all become inspired about what we're trying to achieve. I met with a homeowner and they walked me through their space and said, you know, we want our laundry to extend here and we need extra parking. And on the one hand, I'm listening, and on the other hand, I'm really sort of developing my own feel for the space. And I'll go home that same evening and just try to get everything out. I'll start sketching, I'll open up some floor plan programs that I use and try to grab that original inspiration and put something on paper so that we can all get energized about what we're trying to achieve. The type of projects that I create are open, natural light, nice flow and form to the footprint of the home, to the pathways and the spatial relationships. I try to pay particular attention to taking architectural cues that exist already within the home and replicating those throughout so that when we finished a project, really you can't tell the difference between perhaps what was already existing and what we've created. Each project that I embark on, I try to challenge myself to create something unique, and I try to grab fresh inspiration and apply things that inspire me in my daily activities and bring something that perhaps I haven't tried before to each project.
Everything old is new again. And you know, Phoenix weather is similar to that of the Mediterranean, and Pompeians love their indoor and outdoor spaces.
Like this beautiful atrium and its statuary. Pompeians would use something like this or similar to gather rainwater.
Well, today we use rain barrels, but you know, I like their style better.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more Vida right after this.
Hey everybody, I'm J.R. Cardenas. Welcome back to Vida.
And I am Vanessa Ramirez.
And today we are checking out the Pompeii exhibit, which shows us how back in the day Pompeians used to live and the tragic way many of them died.
Right, but there's always something fun going on here. They have great educational programs for adults like Science with a Twist, Lasers and Liquors, and Sips and Screens.
I am seeing a trend here, but also they have many, many activities for the kiddos to do as well. And to get all that information, go to azscience.org, where you can also check out information on this exhibit.
You know what else you need to check out?
What?
The story behind Los Dos Molinos. Take a look.
It all started in 1977 in Springerville, Arizona. So we produced a story about my grandmother's life, a documentary. It's actually called Un Día a la Vez, which means one day at a time. And in the documentary, that's kind of how it goes. You know, my grandmother talking about all the struggles that she went through. She went through so much tragedy in her life. And her cure for all that was just, hey, I'm gonna get up and go to work. You know, I mean, it was just unbelievable. She just took life un día a la vez, one day at a time. And I think it's a beautiful story about her and all her success. And yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful. It took us 2 years to shoot the documentary, but it was a really cool experience. So my grandmother was a housekeeper. She raised 5 kids at home. My grandfather worked for the state. And once my mom and her sisters and brother got older, my grandmother realized that, she wants to do something other than just, be at home. So she started cleaning houses and ended up cleaning houses with this, for this really rich lady out in Sun City. The lady had a cook and she ended up firing her cook. So my grandmother kind of took over for the deal, and she made food for Miss Taggart, and she couldn't believe it. So from there, Miss Taggart helped my grandmother open her first place in Springerville, and my grandfather actually built the original restaurant. It was an A-frame, and he built it and put it up for her. They only had, I think, like 6 items on the menu, and people would wait in line to come there and eat. I mean, it was just really cool how it all happened. It's just really a true American success story, her story of where she came from, you know, from living in a 900 square foot shack with 5 kids and a husband in South Phoenix to really, you know, becoming this successful business owner and restaurateur. Our family value is very important to us. Ever since the beginning, we stuck to being closed on Sundays and Mondays. And actually, you know, when my grandparents opened the restaurant and my mom, they actually used to close from 2:30 to 5 so that they could pick us kids up from school, and then we could all have a family dinner together before they reopened the restaurant for dinner. So that was always kind of how we did it. We always stuck with this core family value, and I think that's, you know, one of the reasons why people love us so much.
Hey, welcome back to Vida here at Bean Sprouts, the cafeteria inside the Arizona Science Center.
Yeah, that's right. So earlier we were talking about the frozen lava smoothies, so we had to come try one for ourselves.
Yeah, they are delicious. You got to come check it out. They're only going to be here during the exhibit. Speaking of the exhibit, Vanessa, we've learned so much ancient history today.
Yeah, like not to live in the shadows of a live volcano.
Best advice ever.
Yeah.
Very nice. Best advice all year, Vanessa.
Well, it's only the beginning.
Can't wait for the rest of it. Anyways, bring your family, enjoy this exhibition, get more information, go to azscience.org. Everybody's going to love it. You won't regret it.
Yeah, you want to definitely come experience this opportunity because once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh, yeah. Unlike us, you can always find us on Vida at yourview.com.
So we'll be back next time with more fun and adventures right here with Vida.
Enjoy your drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How come I didn't get the green thing?
Only VIPs get this.